I know y'all hear it so many times. You need to stop texting her. You need to stop talking to her. Go work on yourself. She'll come back to you. Beg her back. The moment she fully has you, she'll lock in with you. Guys, I know you hear the same thing all the time, and you've watched too many videos, and maybe you tried too many times, and yet the woman that you're trying to talk to and the woman that you're trying to get isn't really trying to talk to you or anything like that. And it just kind of bothers you out. And it will really not bothers you, but it bugs you, and you're always like scratching your head trying to wonder, like, what is it I'm doing wrong in all this? Like, what do I have to do in order to get this thing right? Because for some reason it's just not working out for me. And I get that it frustrates you and all this other stuff. Guys, I don't care what kind of relationship you have actually with a woman, but you have to know this. At the end of the day, man, you're going to do exactly what you've been doing wrong. And what you guys don't understand is that you're creating what's happening with you right now. And the reason why things aren't working right with women is because you're missing out what you think women are actually paying attention to. But once you switch that flip and change the game up the right way, you'll never have to worry again about a woman not wanting to get to know you and want to spend time with you. And that's what we're going to actually talk about today and actually discuss, because today what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you from day one until this moment she pulls back. The first thing that you have to do is get your crayons out. You got to understand this, that your instincts after messing up are really off, okay? Everything that feels right feels to you, it feels like it's productive and everything, and none of it is. When something goes wrong, guys, a lot of you guys go into this fix-it mood. You start chasing and you start trying to double text and you try to feel that you got to prove your value, because in your eyes you assume that she's something more than what she actually is. But what I want to tell you guys something, the more you try to fix anything with a woman, the more that you're going to confirm to her what's wrong with you. And that energy that you bring when you're trying to get her back is not going to feel really good, because a woman can feel, unfortunately, desperation. And I've always told you through Emotional Perfect Pitch, they can always feel how desperate and needy a person can be. So the real problem is not that you're going to lose her. The problem is you never understood what made her come back to you, want to be with you, and mess with you in the first place. Because the thing that most guys go get wrong is they think they don't understand how attention works or the rules of attention. Because a lot of guys assume that because you like her body, you expect her to think like you, and it really doesn't work that way. Women always move a little bit different. But the thing that, and I want to talk about the things that she's going to notice about you that goes beyond body and everything, because remember, there is a order in which a woman is trying to figure you out. And as I said before, it's very important. What is going to make you stand out, number one, but what is going to make every other guy irrelevant, number two. So that's the important thing. What is going to make you stand out, what's going to make the other guys irrelevant. The first thing she is going to notice is how you talk about other women. Matter of fact, how you talk about your mom or how you talk to any woman. And one of the biggest problems a lot of guys have is that they fail this test before they even realize they're even being tested. They think they're just talking, but you're telling the woman a story and you don't even understand that. And you think you're being honest with that woman, but every word you say is building a picture in her mind. Sometimes she's going to ask you, what about your last relationship or whatever? And a lot of you guys feel like, you know what, I got to get these frustrations out. You know, I was a good person and she walked all over me and she used me and she manipulated me and she dogged me out. Gentlemen, let me explain something. When you tell a woman anything like that, what you're telling her is that you wasn't man enough to handle a woman's behaviors, and you allow her to walk all over you. So gentlemen, you have to be careful about how you talk about women to a woman. And when you sit there and, you know, a lot of you guys want to take that role, you know, she was crazy. And yes, watch this, gentlemen. Yes, she is crazy, but a woman wants to know, what kind of a man are you to allow something crazy in your life, which is really going to hurt many of you guys out there. If you talk down to women or you talk bad about women, and this is why it is important, if you're in the red pill or manosphere, you have to be careful about what you say, and you've got to be careful about the remarks you say about people. I mean this serious, guys, listen to me. If you are walking and you see somebody that's overweight, don't you say something about that fat woman. Don't sit around and say, oh my God, is she gonna keep eating? Shouldn't she get a salad? I mean, she's so big. And you cannot do that, because remember, to a beautiful woman, a little pinch of cellulite, it feels like 400 pounds. So you have to be careful about how you look at other women and talk about women, because women have this yah-yah sisterhood thing where they kind of protect women. It's very important, man. So it's most guys don't understand when y'all do that other stuff, you're exposing your mindset to that woman, and what she's not gonna hear beauty. She's gonna hear bitterness. She's gonna hear judgment. She's gonna hear somebody putting her down, okay? And see, and if every woman in your past life has always been the problem, the thing is, she's gonna start wondering when she becomes, or what's gonna happen when I become the next story. Are you going to tell the next woman that I'm the problem in the relationship? I'm telling you, women think this way, and this is why what I'm telling you is very important. See, women just don't listen to what you say. I've always say they are going to analyze what you're saying and why you're saying it. They're going to watch how you speak. They're going to watch how negative you are towards certain things. And she's also going to start to notice your insecurity about certain things. And if she notices your insecurity and all this other stuff, she is not going to feel secure in you to want to do anything. So gentlemen, I always say, man, it is very, very important that you have to have control, and you should not talk about other people. Don't tear other women down to make you think that you know women well enough, because if you have the game, you just don't discuss things like that. See, the thing is, when you have the game, you can speak your truth without sounding angry or bitter or talking down to somebody. And I just want to make it plain to you that if you're on a date with a woman, or you're walking around with a woman or something like that, and the first thing you do is spend 20 minutes talking about how bad the last girlfriend you had was, or how bad women are, or look at that woman over there. When you start doing that, everything begins to change up in how she sees and how she thinks about you. Now, a lot of women are going to shake their head and pretend like they're going to agree with you, but they're not just going to look at you and agree. They're already judging and saying that this is not the guy for me. She might nod her head, but she's taking mental notes, and all those mental notes are her saying that, you know what, I'm really not into this guy, man. And she's asking herself, does this man ever have any peace to himself? Because everything he's showing me, he might do that with somebody else. He might do that with me. And again, guys, you think you guys are talking from wisdom, but you have to be careful. If you see another woman, don't say anything negative about another woman in front of a woman, because that's going to kill everything, okay? And I'm not saying you don't have to lie and all that other stuff. I'm just saying you just have to be careful, because if you're not careful, she's going to recognize that, okay? Let's get to the second thing. The second thing that a woman will never forget about how you smell, man. And this right there goes deeper than most of you guys understand. A woman may forget the exact words that you said, but she will not forget what you were wearing. Well, not necessarily your clothing, but how you smelled in that process. And what I mean by smell, not only smell, but how you made her feel. And that's the thing is, man, is that the beautiful thing about a scent, it creates emotional memories and it attaches feeling and presence. And when she's around you, okay, your smell becomes a part of the experience that you have with her. And when it's all done and it's done right and everything, it stays with her even when you're not around. Okay, and this is a power that most men ignore. And this is why I always to tell you guys, until I could afford Allure cologne, I put cologne into my wash rack. Okay, now Allure comes with body washes and stuff like that, deodorant, body washes and sprays. I'm a huge Allure fan. But back in the day, I had to spray cologne into the towel and rub it all in and all that other stuff. But the thing that I love about Allure is that that's my scent. But what I also love the most is, like I've always told you guys, when a woman's into you, I love to put them on a field trip to go get my cologne. So not only can you think about me, you can spray my cologne in your pillow and breathe me in when you want to play with yourself or you miss me. Anything like that, man. I'm telling you, man, cologne is really, really huge. But here is where a lot of you guys mess up. Most of you guys have too many scents at one time, and that becomes overwhelming. And what I'm saying is, because you're trying to be all these things in your head, what happens is that you begin to lose your identity. And that is something that I try to make sure that you guys don't do, is lose your identity. And look, the goal is to smell memorable, okay? The goal is to be clean and consistent. But when your scent becomes linked to you, it will always stay on her mind, even when you're not around. And that is so powerful, because it creates a different kind of presence that she's not even used to, even in your absence. And most of you are not thinking about that. You're just spraying something on, hoping it works. No, gentlemen, look, listen. This is what I want you young men to do. Go to Macy's or Dillard's. Now, I don't know if you're out of the country. I don't know where y'all can go. Go to your mall and go to the mall, and they're gonna have coffee beans, all right? So you want to find what cologne smells good on you. And if it's a good cologne, they will have body sprays, deodorants, body washes, and all that stuff. I'm not saying go all out. This is not for a woman. This is just your identity. Because when I got Allure, so I got Allure, not Allure Sport. I got Allure, and then I got Blue. You see the black one. Those are me. Those are my change-ups. And my Allure could be this way, but my Blue can change it up. But it's still within the same realm of me, because it goes good on my skin and who I am. So make sure you go to the mall, gentlemen, and don't have a bunch of colognes. Find a good, solid cologne that can actually represent you. And now we'll change it up, man. When you can do that, man, it changes everything. And I need you guys actually to listen, because a clean smell, guys, is going to tell her you actually take care of yourself. That's why I love, man, I am not telling y'all to buy Allure, but y'all have got to try it and see. It is so clean. It is so crisp. Man, I love it, man. I love my Allure cologne. I love making women. Matter of fact, I don't know which one I love more. Making women go get the cologne or getting it myself. But that's my go-to. That's for me. But gentlemen, I want you to try different colognes and find what fits you and go with that. Hey, and if you have a certain kind of cologne, gentlemen, in the comments, why don't you tell other men what your cologne is? So then maybe they could have more of a array of saying, okay, well, Steve said Allure. But someone in the comments may say something else, and you guys can then talk amongst yourselves to kind of get an idea of what kind of cologne to get. But I'm telling you, man, a clean smell is so good, man. A controlled scent, that's what it is. That Allure to me is very controlled. It tells her that I have balance. A consistent scent tells her that I have an identity, and an identity to a woman is very attractive. So guys, stop trying to be loud and stop trying to grab a bunch of things and stop trying to spray. Find your cologne. and stick with it. It should be that one. Again, I've got two in the same umbrella. They are close but kind of different, but they're me. And that's it. Only two for me. I don't have a barrage of different colognes. I just got the one that works for me, okay? Another thing I've always say, please guys, your hygiene is very important. Y'all have to shower right. As I told you guys, one thing I do when I take a shower, I always say I take peroxide and I swish it around my mouth to kill all the bacteria in my mouth. Spit that out. I would get Scope Outlast and I'll put that in my mouth and keep it in my mouth and swish it around. And then I'll get my toothbrush, and what I'll do is I'll go ahead and brush my teeth with the Outlast in it, get your tongue and everything. And then after I'm done with that, I have a water jet flosser that I have to get through my thing. You guys, you don't have, that's just how I like to clean myself up in the shower, but also because before, when I didn't have the Allure cologne, what I would do is I would take that cologne and I would put it in my rag, because when you take a hot shower, your pores open up, and I wanted to put the cologne in my pores. So if I'm smashed and I sweat, you'll smell like that. So I just want to give you that tip. So I just want to let y'all guys know, but I just want to know how you guys feel about that and what you think about that, and how that goes. But it's very important. Your scent is going to be everything in the game, gentlemen. All right. Now let's talk about the last one. The last thing is what I call the inner circle. And I'm just talking about your friends. I'm talking about secrets being kept. I'm saying that what is very important is that I have always loved to create and let women know I am a private fantasy. You can tell me your dirtiest thoughts, your greatest fears, and everything in between. And if by chance you and I don't work out, rest assured, you will never hear me say anything about you, bad about you, or anything like that. I will not discuss anything. I will leave you alone and I will keep it moving. See, a woman needs to talk to you guys without worrying about what you're going to do with that information. But sometimes they worry that if I share enough information with him, he's going to think I want to sleep with him, and that's not the case at all. The thing is that she wants to share things with you to kind of gauge what kind of man you are at the end of the day. Can you hold and hang with the information that she's giving you, okay? And what I'm saying is that, and one thing women love about men that have the game is that I value privacy. Respect and control feels different with a man that respects privacy, because a person that makes everything public is someone you can't trust. You can't trust a man that makes everything public, and I don't want you guys to actually be that guy. See, I want to explain something to you that a lot of you guys are going to lose a lot of women because you invite too many people in something that's supposed to be between you and her. And that is a gauge. Most of you guys, you want everybody to know what's going on. Sometimes a woman just wants to be with you. She doesn't want you to post that thing on Facebook or IG. You know, I'm in a relationship right now. Why do y'all do that? Don't do that, man. A woman wants to know that her softness and her sexuality and her nastiness is safe with you. And that is a part that most guys don't understand in the game, because they think they have to share something. So if she tells you about her fears, y'all, you gotta protect it. If she tells you about her past, protect it. If she tells you what hurts her, protect it. And I don't mean in a Captain Save-A-Ho type way. I'm saying protect it and letting her know that I appreciate you talking to me and sharing things with me. And I'm not going to take that information to use you, manipulate you, throw things in your face, or to tell the world what you are if things don't work out between us. Those are the things that are going to separate you from everybody else, number one. But these are also the things that is going to make other guys obsolete in all this thing, okay? And when a woman meets a man that does that, it changes up everything, okay? So I just want to bring all this together real quick, because the real lesson here is just not about women. The real lesson is becoming a man that has the game, a man that can understand what the game is about and realize that I'm not trying to take something or change something from you. Now, as I said before, guys, I know I'm saying a lot of things, but all these things are very important in the game, because if you can actually lock these things in, you're going to win with women. I think most guys don't really understand that, man. Guys, you can grab a woman's attention very easy, but this requires a certain kind of discipline that you need to have. Stop focusing on what you think matters, because I promise you, what you think does not matter. And what you think to a woman does not matter. What you think to the world, it only is going to matter to you. So I just ask you guys, please take the ego and the self-importance out. And if you take those things out, you'll have a better situation with women. I can promise you that much, because women are going to always observe. They're always going to assess. They're always going to see what kind of man you are at the end of the day. Are you that guy? And once you guys can understand this, you'll stop guessing. You'll stop overcompensating. You'll stop moving. You'll start for the first time move the way you move when you have the game. And that is like a fish in water, which is going to create the open loop. And if you move this way, you create the open loop, because the moment a woman feels safe and relaxed around you, which is very rare, she wants to know why you. What is it about you? And these women that, you know, I know you have women, and I see women are reaching out to you, women, but now I understand why. So the question is, what am I going to do to change your mind? What am I going to do to get you to look at me, date me, be with me, and want to spend time with me? You see how that works, guys? That's how cold the game is, gentlemen. It is that cold. Guys, I appreciate you guys out there. Gentlemen, if you need your boy, get at me, guys. If you enjoyed this video right here, guys, we've got a great video right there for you to watch, so please check that out, man. It's your boy, the Dean, man, and I definitely holler at you later, man. Peace.